I'll give you a little crypto update, little uh, thing that we're working on. Um, so this call my guy gave us the other day was Bitcoin Cash. Twice in a row, it did exactly what he said. And I forgot I had a little bit of some USDT that I got out on my Exodus wallet because I had some Bitcoin Cash over there. And so I was in at 127. And then I got out, or not out. I bought in Bitcoin Cash at 127, did the USDT or TUSD, True USD swap on Exodus, even though I probably should have just sent them over, better fee than Exodus, but it wasn't a lot. I was like, yeah, just whatever. I'll sit on some TUSD. So I had orders around 138, I think, because he had told us he thought it'd be a good target would be like 138, 141. But he always says, Joe, when the market starts going, sometimes we err to the side of it going a little higher than we thought. He says it happens all the time. But his last Bitcoin Cash call was actually dead on the money. I don't even think it went higher. It went. He think he was calling for 15 to 20% that first time, and it hit 15 on that Sunday, and then Monday hit 20. Combined, the next day it was 20%. But this one was more like maybe a 15% move, 10 to 15 conservatively 10. So I set my stuff around 138. I'm like, I'm not gonna get, again, get greedy, you get in trouble. I'll do a little lower ones. So I left them there, and price dropped a bit. I said, I may want to put some stops in. So I put some stops in at 122. It hits 122. My stops trigger, so I watch it. Now typically you might get scared off. Oh no, I just lost. I don't want to get back in. What if it goes down more and I lose more? It's a risk, right? But I've done some risky things in my time. I've told you about some of those things that I've done, and I've been pretty lucky most of the time, right? So it's down to 120, and I think I even touched like 117 briefly at one point. But I didn't have like orders that low. I was just figuring out, let me watch the market for a couple days, a few days. And it was just hovering around that 120, 121. I'm like, what? It's $2 cheaper, and I got stopped out. I'm getting a $2 bonus. Like I'm getting in. I got it. I believe in what he's telling me. This guy's just, just giving me too much stuff. So I said, all right, I'm doing it. I told everybody in my Patreon, I'm going to do this, guys. I'm getting back in. So I did. It ran up to 138. Boom, all my stuff triggered. And it's funny because that damn morning, I was posting something about like what I was doing or whatever on Patreon, and I'm like, I got to go take my car. What the hell? Maybe was that where I dropped it off? I'm trying to think what the hell I did. I had to go somewhere. Oh, I had to get this little thing welded, and I'm like, it won't take long. I've got this extension on the back of the Jeep. I can ride my motorcycle on the back, and it like ties down. So I'm like, I'll just drop the Jeep off with the little thing he needs to weld, which is part of the hitch, and I'll just ride my bike back, So I did, and when I got back, it had blasted all the way through that. It was actually 134 at the time, and I'm like, is it going to go up $4 in 2 hours? I'll deal with because I was going to change out my sell orders. I'm like, I think I'm going to put them a little higher, and by the time I got back, too late. It already was in the mid 140s. I was like, whatever. Still got a profit out of it, especially because I got stopped out and then got in $2 lower. Although when I got stopped out, that was a 4% loss. That's where I put my stops, but roughly 4%. But I got in $2 cheaper. So when I rode that up to 138, it's better than running 127 up to 138, if you follow me. So at any rate, it worked out. But then I was like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. My Exodus wallet, I still got the TUSD sitting over there. But I'm like, I'm not swapping it, taking that huge hit over here. Not this time. I sent my Bitcoin Cash over to, the exchange, and then Coinbase in this case, and then did my transaction for much, much less of a fee. But I was able to capitalize on like $144 Bitcoin Cash on that deal. So that, it worked out. So where we are right now is we're waiting on this dump. He still tells me his data, everything's just a dump should be coming, and it should be coming pretty damn soon. Today, the 21st, we did have a little bit of a little sell-off. It didn't really amount to too much. Is it going to continue tomorrow? It's going to be heavy duty the next day. You know, by the time you see this tomorrow morning, I don't know. He didn't tell me one way or the other than what goes up must come down. And he told me this time, when it goes down this time, just get in. If you're worried about Litecoin or whatever this dump produces, if you want your Litecoin back, just get in whatever the price. And I said, well, do you think those low numbers are still on the table? He goes, well, with the hellacious rally that Litecoin did that one day, it went up to 30%. Then it's, now it's touching $48. He goes, it could do a nice hefty sell-off. He said, I don't know if we'll see those prices or not. He goes, however, do you even care about that because of this other trade? And I said, you make a good point, because there's a couple coins he thinks are going to do multiples by the end of the year. He told me why, and I believe him. Litecoin's not one of them. So think about things this way, whether you got out at $25 with me or you didn't. If these other coins destroy many other coins as far as performance goes this year by the end of the year, why would I be so hell-bent on getting my Litecoin back when I could ride one or two or both of these coins up? Which, again, hopefully he's right again. He's been right a lot, but for way more profit. And then if I want my Litecoin back, even if Litecoin's 3 times higher than it is today, with what we're talking about, I'll easily buy that back and get way more Litecoin than I had when I sold off for $25, and be sitting on some extra, cash flow if this pans out like he says. These trades, his trade calls have been quite good. I got to tell you, it's just this damn dump with the Litecoin thing. That's the one thing. It hasn't quite panned out yet, but he's like, I think a dump's coming. But he said to me, he goes, I'll be honest, I know we try to get in and get out and try to, acquire a few more coins. He goes, but if what we think is going to happen by the end of the year with these coins, I don't care if the market dumps today, tomorrow, goes up, down, in and out. He's like, I know I've got a guaranteed multiplier by the end of the year as far as he's concerned. He goes, and that's good enough for me. I said, but then that's when I asked, well, you still think the dump's coming, or should we just jump into these coins and just hodl now? He goes, well, I can tell you this, what goes up must come down. So I said, all right, I hear you. Once again, this dump should be coming. And there's some other people, we're not the only ones saying that a big clean out of the crypto market, could be in the cards. Looking at the charting, the TA, not woo woo, not my guy, just other people who can chart very well are making cases for some low Bitcoin soon, and Litecoin and everything else with it. So I'm in cash at the moment. Just FYI, I'm in cash. I think this dump's going to come. To what extent, I can't comment. I don't know, honestly. Is it going to be really bad? Is it just going to be okay? Maybe it's just 15%. I don't know. But like you said, Joe, whatever it is, just get back in. If whatever coins you've been out of and you want them back, just get back in at that time. But again, I'm like, much as I loved Litecoin and couldn't pry it from my cold dead hands, I can still get back my Litecoin. But I may have to wait longer playing this other trade if it's going to do way better than many other coins, according to him anyways. Then you just use some of the profit to get back your Litecoin. And I've been posting about this in Patreon, like, hey guys, here's what I'm thinking, how I'll handle this. But it's been a while since I really come out here and talk too much on crypto. I think I did a video the other day a little bit about, as a matter of fact, I think I mentioned the Jeep thing with the welding, because oops, he did it again, like Britney Spears says. So we'll see. There's no other coins right now I'm really focused on, aside from this trade that we're kind of waiting on or whatever. But Theta, just a reminder, Theta, the Android app is out, the wallet app. Just go to the Play Store and search for Theta Wallet. You'll see Theta Labs LLC or whatever it is. If you want the token swap to mainnet to happen automatically, you need to put your Theta tokens on that wallet. And of course, you know, your backup features and all that stuff, you need to follow through that stuff. But the Apple or whatever version of that, they've submitted it. It should be getting processed by Apple. They say, yeah, go, you know, it's on the store now soon. All right, so I'm going to edit this piece into the video. I just got word after I stopped recording. I literally just got word that the Theta wallet has been released for the Apple iPhone. You can, you can now download it. So the Android, it already has on Android Play Store. It is now in the Apple Store. You can download it, and you get I think a 12 or something word seed phrase. You can set a pin up and all that stuff. And somebody emailed me or messaged me through Patreon to say, Joe, I just tested it. I sent myself a little bit of Theta. I got it. It moved. It works fine. Perfect. So just FYI, I'm going to edit this into the video. But from what I've heard, there's not going to be a PC or Mac, you know, PC kind of a wallet. Not yet. And there's those Theta fuel tokens that you'll get. I think it's 5 to 1. So every Theta coin you have, you'll get 5 of these Theta fuels. Those were those other ones that were called Gamma, I think originally. They just changed the name. And so you'll have Theta fuel, 5 to 1, and then you'll have your Theta, the new one, you know, the mainnet one on the wallet once this happens. And again, the time is, I think, March 15th or March 16th. And then, let me think. Someone was asking me about something about Theta. What was he asking? Oh, in order to run a node, like if you want to run a Theta node, I think, and if some of you know that what I'm about to say is wrong, just say it in the comments. No, Joe, it's this. But last time I checked, you know, if you had 100,000 Theta coins, you could put up your own node. I thought at one point they said you had to have 1 million, and then they changed it. Well, let's make it a tenth of that. Let's make it 100,000 or something like that. So I think it's 100,000 Theta coins. If you have that many, you could run a node basically. And I think a node will net you a few extra Theta or, you know, fees, or maybe it's I was about to say Gamma, maybe it's the Theta fuel, whatever it is. There's some incentives for running a node. But again, I think you got to have 100,000 of those things. Digibyte, I got my Digibyte. I did sell a little bit off when I did my Litecoin move, just a little scraping. Felt like, let me just get a little extra in there. And again, I've made it up with the Bitcoin Cash thing with Digibyte, but I had plenty of Digibyte to begin with, so it's not like I was urgent. I gotta go get back. You know, I could go dump a little bit of the money I got from the Bitcoin Cash move and put right back in the Digibyte. But I'm looking at what I have. I'm like, no, it's fine. I feel like I just want to sit on this cash, you know, this USD wallet cash, because if this dump happens, and again, nothing's certain. We think it's going to, but you know, the guys give me such good intel. I'd like to believe him, you know. If he gets it wrong, sorry, you got it wrong finally, you know. But if he doesn't and it happens, again, wouldn't you like to have been, you know, if I could have said last year, January 2018, first of all, who would have even listened to me if I came out and said, guys, you know, I know we're all excited about cryptos. We had this big sell-off. Don't worry, they're coming back. But you know what? I changed my mind. I think they're going to dump the whole entire year. By the way, if you're willing to wait a year from, say, February, you'll be able to get these at under 25 bucks, Litecoin. Would anyone even believe me when the whole internet, YouTube, every expert in the world, we're not calling for prices that low? Matter of fact, most people, myself included, oh, it's probably going to recover and keep going up. Nope. Maybe it'll recover now. Nope. Year-long bear market. You know, would I have even believed that? Oh, hell no, $25. You out of your mind? There's no way that's happening. And then it happened. So yeah, I'd love to have been able to tell everyone way back then, guys, sell everything right now. Sell all your Litecoin right now. 150, 180 bucks, sell it. Get it out of here right now. You're going to be able to get it back for $25 and cheaper. A little less than that. Again, who would have believed me, right? How would I believe myself? Seeing what the market just did, that huge run up. Guys, it went from 100 to 300 in a few days. I mean, it's going to recover, and it didn't. But it will at some point. You just saw one hellacious market move from low 100 billion to over 130 something billion market cap, like quick. So that's crypto, and that's why we're in crypto, because we know crypto can do stuff like that, up, down, crazy, moves. And yeah, we want to acquire more when we can. I did this Litecoin move expecting this dump to happen sooner. Still hasn't happened, but in the meantime, he's given us 2 Bitcoin cash calls, to hold us over. And they both worked perfectly. So that's why I'm like, I'm going to just keep waiting. I'm not going to jump back into this market yet. Now, if this dump fails to materialize and we just keep going up, got to make a decision. You know what? Maybe I'll just hodl like he said to these 2 coins that he's talking about. I'll just hodl on those damn things and wait till the end of the year. And if he gives me something in the meantime, then we'll jump on that too. But anyways, that's a little update crypto market. Anything interesting or exciting, of course, I'll be back here to tell you about it. Take care.